All right, everybody, this is Laura Rain. I've got Maureen Kaiser here with me. June 17th, Saturday, Cornerstone Village Bar and Grill. We are having our second Rise Up Detroit music series featuring Maureen Kaiser's Songwriting Circle. Welcome, Maureen, everybody. We're going to talk a little about what's going on. So great to see you.
Thank you, Laura. It's great to see you. This is so fun. Thank you.
Super fun, live from our basement. So tell me about what's been going on. You've been gone a little bit from Grosse Pointe, not too long, and you kind of moved downriver, and now you're out west and back.
Yep.
How's that going?
It's going great. Happy to be back. We are living most our year in Arizona, and then we spend 4 months here floating around the Great Lakes on our boat. So really enjoying the summer weather so far. It's going to be a great season. Looking forward to the June 17th. Really excited about that. Excited about Rise Up Detroit and your projects. It's going to be good.
So you got the best of out west, and then you've got all this water, and
Yes.
we were just talking about this creative energy from the water.
Absolutely.
And you've got a whole summer full of that, so you're going to store that up and go home and write.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually writing on the boat right now.
It's amazing.
And getting inspired. It's really fun.
So tell me, how much music do you have? You've been very busy the past few years. What's been going on?
Well, I've released 5 albums and about 6 or 8 singles and a few EPs. They're available on all streaming platforms. So if you want to look up Maureen Kaiser, you can find it on Amazon Music, Apple, obviously Spotify, and they even gave me a radio station, Maureen Kaiser Radio. So
awesome.
It's pretty fun.
And what is your website?
Music by mayhemlanelyrics.com.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll tag it in the video so you can check out all of her
Sure.
music. And how would you do country and Americana? You're mainly songwriter, and
Yep.
it seems like you don't necessarily have to claim a genre. You write.
I write, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like to write ballads. I like to write rock and roll. I'm dabbling in some kind of gospel-y things right now,
Awesome.
and really having a good time. But Americana, folk, country has kind of been my vein of music. But my favorite thing to do is take a song I wrote and completely change it. So same
fun.
lyrics, ballad, turning it into a rockabilly. So it's just
love
really
that.
fun because it's good to be creative in all different ways.
That's super fun. I love that when we do that. Sometimes when I've written songs, they turn out completely different from the way that I started.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd like to change them again. So that's really fun if
It
you
is
can do
fun.
that. So Maureen's gotten some really cool placements. Tell us about that. I saw that on Facebook the other day.
So just got back from Nashville. Went to Nashville for the final filming of the last episode, which will air sometime this summer, of a TV show called
American Barbecue.
Barbecue Country.
Barbecue Country.
Yep, Barbecue Country. The song that I wrote is called American Backyard, and the network is The Country Network. So you can see why I get a little tongue twisted. So American Backyard got picked up for the theme song of that TV show, and we were there for the final episode filming. Can't reveal who the winner is quite yet, but it's pretty exciting. And then there's some feelers out there for the same song to be used for some other sync opportunities with different
Wow.
products.
That's really
So
cool.
it came out really fun. It's really well done, and the show was fabulous to be part of.
And is that your first placement, or have you?
I've had a few other placements. There's a young gal out of Lafayette, Louisiana. When I say young, she just turned 18, graduated from high school. She's on tour, Abigail Holt, and it's been a year and a half now. She picked up on 2 of my songs and has been recording them. Yep, and then there's a duo out of South Africa who picked up a tune that I wrote called Before We Were Us, which is one of my favorite songs. So they've cut it and recorded it in South Africa.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then really exciting news is Peyton Aldridge, who was on last season's Voice. He actually is the singer of American Backyard. He's an up-and-coming artist, and he's just going to keep the machine going and release songs that he's written and some that he's recorded for me.
I mean, that's incredible. You can't ask more than that. Every time I hear someone using one of our tracks, in a video, or we've had a couple placements for the NBA video games. It's really cool to hear your music with somebody else's voice, with somebody
Yeah.
else's interpretation. It just seems to give it a whole new life. And I think that that is like an amazing journey.
It's a
I'm so
thrill.
inspired
Uh,
when we get placements.
well, I'm hopefully going to one day be able to hear all this like you do. It is very, very exciting. And the sync opportunity, that we're always going to be the songwriter of that song. That's
Right.
the beauty of it. And then someone else can use it or someone
Right.
else can record it. So,
That's amazing.
yeah, it's fun.
Congratulations on that.
Thank
That
you.
is a huge success.
Thank you very much.
And so we have a couple things. Now, for those of you that don't know Maureen was in Metro Detroit doing huge events for 25 years. Like incredible events, all over the place. And, when she would have a party at her house, her and her husband Joe would do all the cooking, and it was, unbelievable. I don't even know how she did it. So now she's doing team building, corporate team building with songwriting workshops. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, this is truly a passion. So I just brought my entire band from Arizona to Detroit about 3 weeks ago, and we did 2 back-to-back shows at the Gem Theater in downtown Detroit. And from that came the opportunity to write a theme song for 2 different corporations. It was a in-house team building opportunity, and I'll be in Memphis in 2 weeks doing the same with another group. So what we do is we kind of, when I say we, it's some teammates that I have that work with me. We tell everybody from the time you write lyrics on a piece of paper till you get a publishing deal,
Right.
what that all involves. And then we actually write a jingle song for the company or the group. And it comes out, and we actually build it up and do all the instruments, and we make the song. And then they become co-writers
That's
in the
super.
project. Yeah, it's really fun.
That's super. And I think that helps people relate to working with each other.
Absolutely.
And, you had mentioned that you mix people up, they pick different teams. So it really helps people, I think, kind of knock down their inhibitions and
Absolutely.
probably maybe some prejudgments that we just have naturally of just working with the most, the people that you wouldn't necessarily team up with, and what
Exactly.
you can create. So I think that's amazing. I've heard about this, and I was very interested in this, and it figures that you are doing that now because you are always on top of it. And this leads me to my next thing. Whatever you do amazingly well with incredible detail. You have such passion in what you do.
Thank you.
And your events, you do for the love and the joy of, making people happy. And, your garage was probably filled with 300 chairs at one time and boxes of stuff. People have no idea what it takes to run a business. So,
Yeah.
and now you're doing this songwriting, corporate songwriting workshops, which I think is amazing. And you're putting all of your skills from your other business into this business, and I'm sure that it's just as flawless as your event business. Tell women business owners and people that are starting their businesses, what advice can you give them? Because I always think it starts with an idea, and I have met some really incredible women in the past couple years that just start with an idea and they follow through, regardless of their financial means. They find a way to make things happen, and they attack it as if they had all the connections and necessities that they needed. And it's just been amazing to see these women, people, make a change in their whole community by the events and different businesses that they're putting on. So what do you have to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I really love to help other women achieve their goals and build up what they're working on, and because that's truly what happened to me. I think the music industry, as a rule, is very kind and loving and giving. But then when I take it back a little bit, I joined WBENC, which is the women's business, and networking is what it's all about. And really and truly with social media today, it's all about word of mouth, sharing concepts and ideas. I mean, I was just with some women. They said, "Oh, send me all the details on this event. We'll help promote it. We'll help send it out there to the universe and get people to come to different events and follow your music, follow your passion." And truly, I believe that believing in yourself is probably, I never really thought about not doing this and not making it and maybe failure. It just never crossed my mind. To me, it was like, this is how it's going to happen. I'm just going to keep moving it forward. So
Well, I see how you attack things. You're like, I'm going to learn how to play the guitar, and then I did this, and then I'm going to write a song, and I did this, and you attack it as if you're, going to school, or it's a big project that you're working on for a corporation. Your mindset about how that you take events and the way that you think, you just attack music like that, and I just think that it's so amazing. Whatever you do so well.
oh, thank you.
So that, highly organized and
That might be
it's
a stretch.
amazing. Well, I don't know. We all think that we're not organized,
Yeah.
but it's organized chaos, and
It's
especially in the
organized
music
chaos.
business.
Absolutely. Yep.
So you've learned a little bit about Maureen. The last thing we want to talk about is what she's bringing you on June 17th. She's got some special guests coming in. Can you please tell us what to
Absolutely.
expect for the show?
Yep. So I'm bringing in from Arizona Christy D. Swan. She is my guitar slaying lead singer. And Jacob Morris, who is now relocated to Nashville, and he's making it in Nashville. I'm so proud of him. They're both coming in from both sides of the country, and we're going to together do all original songs and tell the stories behind them and how they came to be. And then we'll be following with Laura Rain. I can't wait.
Very exciting. So again, Maureen Kaiser and her songwriting circle with her special guest. She's flying in her band members. You do not want to miss this show. If you know Maureen, you know that she puts on an amazing event. June 17th, Saturday, 8 p.m., Cornerstone Village Bar and Grill. It's $15 at the door. Call 313-821-4998 or for reservations, or just message me or Maureen. You can do that as well.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a great evening. We're going to see a lot of friends, a lot of neighborhood people from the Points communities and Metro Detroit. So please come. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.